If you're in year 12 and you've got mock exams coming up, then this video is for you. So I did a poll in my community basically asking, when does your school do year 12 mocks? And basically the answer for most people was after May half term. Okay, so if you're watching this video currently, it's probably like when it comes out, it'll probably be like 7, 8 or 9 weeks or something like that until your mock exams. And basically in this video, I'm going to give you some advice on how you need to approach these mock exams. That's going to give you the best benefit for applying to a degree apprenticeship next year. So just a timeline of things before we start. You'll do your year 12 mocks at roughly the end of year 12, whether that be after Easter or after May half term. And then you're gonna have your summer holiday, then it's gonna be like September, October, November, and then it's around October and November, that's when degree apprenticeship applications are gonna start. They basically are mainly through November, December, January, all the way up until March, November to March. That's when it's gonna be the main bulk of doing your applications. But let's come back to where we are now. You're in the summer and you've got year 12 mocks coming up, okay? So here's my advice, take them seriously. Okay, do them properly. Right, that's my advice, because I've seen it. Mocks, no one cares about. Whether this be like year 7 mocks, year 9 mocks, year 12 mocks, even year 13 mocks, I've seen people just not care about them and not take them seriously. They need to do X amount of revision to get ready for the mocks and to get the grade they want, and they just don't do it. They do like X divided by 8 or something, right? And then they end up not getting the grades they want, etc, etc, etc. In year 12 mocks, this especially brings a problem, okay? Because your predicted grades for A-levels are going to come from the results of your year 12 mocks, okay? So say in your year 12 mocks, you end up getting 2 Bs and a C, that's basically like roughly around what your predicted grade is going to be, 2 Bs and a C. Like maybe they'll push it up like 1 grade and everything, so like A and a B or whatever, or A, B, B or something like that. But it's basically, they're going to be based off your year 12 mocks, maybe give you a slight increase allowance because they're expecting you to get slightly better. But basically the school can't like see you get BBC in your mock exam and then just give you 3 A stars. Okay, they just can't do that because that's not credible. They have no evidence to do that, right? If you do these mock exams, you get 3 A stars, your predicted grades are going to be 3 A stars. So the problem is when people don't take these mocks seriously, when they don't do them properly, when they don't revise properly, it means your predicted grades are going to be lower than what you want them to be. Obviously 99% of people go to university, so let me just use that as an example. I saw people in my year, they wanted to go to whatever university it was. They wanted to go to like somewhere in London or Bristol or Manchester or something like that, or Oxford, whatever it was. They want to go to a certain university. They did their mocks, didn't take them seriously, whatever, got these grades like on A and 2 Bs or whatever, Bs, Cs, Ds, whatever, right? And they needed to go to these universities to like apply. They need like, I don't know, 2 A stars and an A or like 3 As or whatever. They had requirements for the university they wanted, and that's here, right? That's like their dream university, their ideal university. These are the requirements. They didn't take their mock seriously and they got this, right? This is going to cause a problem because it means, simple as that, you're not going to be able to go to the university you want to go to because you don't like meet the entry requirements or whatever. So this is where, for the rest of the summer term, over the summer holiday, and September and October and probably November and December, it caused them massive problems, okay? Because number one, potentially that's a reset of mocks you need to do to get proper grades, right? Because as I said, say you didn't do them very well and you got like 3 Cs and you wanted to get 3 As. If you want to get 3 As, you're going to have to resit your mocks. Your school probably does that, like resits at some point. In my school, it was after the summer holidays. So like first week back in September, it was a resit of mocks. Right, so if you got 3 Cs in your original mocks, you could try again. Oh, you get 3 As, oh, the school will bump up my grades. Right, that's how it worked. The school would bump up your predicted grades if you did well in the resits. Okay, but what that meant is these people were spending their entire summer holidays revising for these resits, which are in the first week of September. These people would have been at home during their summer holiday when it's like sunny outside, when it's like warm outside, when you've got like 6 weeks to do things. It's like one of the last times you're going to get that like 6 weeks like school holidays at the end of year 12. You're going to have one at the end of year 13 as well, but it's like the penultimate one you're going to get. And they were inside at home like revising for some September resits that they needed to get the grades to get to the university they wanted. Okay, that's problem number one it's going to cause, is you're going to have to spend loads of time revising for resits. So it's like you might have saved time by not revising properly for the mocks, but then you have to end up revising properly for the resits. So you've just wasted everyone's, why didn't you just revise properly for the mocks and be done with it, rather than revising a bit and revising properly, because you have to revise properly anyway for the resits. Do you see my logic? You're just, either way you have to revise properly for something if you want to get the grades you want, but it's like, why don't you only do that once at the very start and get it done with, then like doing it multiple times, and then eventually in the resits you decide that's when I actually want to do them properly. So that's problem number one, you're going to have to revise for resits. Problem number two is you're going to have to do extra schoolwork. Okay, not even extra schoolwork, you're going to have to stay on top of your schoolwork in general, right? So I can tell you, in my summer term, after I'd finished mocks, I did zero work, right? I literally did no work. Okay, I was not paying attention in class. I was not doing any extra work. Like, people, when they had these lower grades and they need the higher grades, my school had like a system where you can like apply for like a, what's it called? Like a raise or something, where you can apply to get your predicted grades increased, right? So say you'd done the mocks, you got 3 C's, your predicted grades were like 3 B's or something, and your university needs 3 A's, you could apply to like the school to say, actually, I think my predicted grades are 3 A's. When you do that, you have to submit evidence, okay? Because of course you can't just like be on like 3 C's and you're like, you know what, just give me 3 A stars, right? It's not, they're not just going to do that. You have to provide evidence that your predicted grades should increase, right? So people were having to do extra work. They were having to do like extra essays. If you're doing economics, something like that, you had to do extra essays and get like A's in your essays, and that would be evidence for you being allowed to have A's as predicted grades. Do you know what I'm saying? So of course you're staying on top of schoolwork, you're doing well in like mini class tests and all that sort of thing. You're basically staying on top of things throughout summer. You're doing extra work, extra assignments. Basically, you're doing extra stuff to compensate for the fact that you messed up in those mocks, and you need to provide evidence to the school in order to get the grades you wanted originally. Okay? So what it means is, during the rest of your summer term, you have to stay on top of things. You have to be paying attention to lessons, you have to be doing all the schoolwork, you have to be doing extra schoolwork. In my summer term, I didn't do anything. I wasn't paying attention to lessons, I wasn't doing extra work. It's like, when it got round to, we had year 13 mocks after Christmas, right? So January. When I was doing revision for those, there were some topics I had forgotten even existed. There were some topics in physics that we'd done during that summer term. I was going through the textbook, reading it, like, I don't know a single page of what I'm looking at here, because genuinely, I didn't do anything at all in the summer term of year 12. These topics that we'd gone through in the whole of year 12 summer term, I didn't remember a single thing about. I had to completely relearn those in like November, December. Not even relearn those, sorry. I had to learn those for the first time on my own, by myself, in November and December, ready for the year 13 mocks in January, because I literally paid no attention at all in the summer, okay? And that is the benefit when you do your mocks properly, okay? Number one, you have no resits, which means you don't have to revise for resits. Okay, so you just don't have to do any revision until the next time you have year 13 mocks, or if you don't have year 13 mocks, do your A levels, right? So you don't have to do another bit of revision. Second of all, it means in terms of your actual like school work, you're not going to be like super busy doing stuff like everyone else is. Everyone else can be doing extra work and like really trying hard in their schoolwork. Of course, if you want to do extra stuff and keep trying hard in your schoolwork, like go ahead by all means, right? But what I'm saying is you don't have to. When everyone else is doing extra essays or extra assignments or extra this, so that they can prove to the school that they deserve a better grade so they can get the university they want, you don't have to do that. You can just chill for the whole summer term. Enjoy your whole summer holidays. Even like September and October, I didn't even do that much. It was like November, that's when I started getting back into things, because I knew I had year 13 mocks in January. Okay, so this is my advice to you, my number one advice to you, if you have year 12 mocks coming up, whether they're in like 2 months' time, whether in like a couple of weeks, take them seriously and do them properly, okay? However much time left you have before your year 12 mocks, make sure you dedicate enough time to do well in them. Okay, so I can't give you an exact number right now, like I'll do 10 hours a day, do 4 hours a day, because it'll be different for where you're at, how quick you are at learning things, how much you need to learn, all that sort of thing. But what I'm just saying is work out how much you need to do and just do that, okay? Don't do less than it. Don't just do a bit of work every day and then get to the exam and realizing you don't know half it. Make sure you know everything. Make sure you do these mocks properly. Make sure you get the best grades, because it means for the summer term you don't have any pressure on you, don't have any stress. Everyone else running, oh, predicted grades, whatever. You're sorted, you've got the predicted grades you want, that you deserve. Then your summer holiday you can enjoy, do whatever you want. September, October, enjoy, and then you can get cracking in like whenever your year 13 mocks are. So the next video I'm going to do is about what to actually do in the summer term. So if you follow my advice, you do these mocks well, you get good grades, and then you have all this summertime free because you don't need to like do any extra work, you can just chill, right? I'm going to tell you exactly what you should be doing in terms of apprenticeships. It's not going to take up loads of time, it's like 25% of your time, but this is what you can do while you have loads of free time, okay? If you want to watch that video, click here. Thanks for watching, have a great rest of your day.